Hi everyone and welcome back to our YouTube channel. If you are new to this channel, please click the subscribe button below so you can keep up to date on any new videos that we post. So today we're going to be talking all about colleagues nagging you for emails and the different behaviours and habits around the way people manage it. And finally coming on to why verbal communication is proven to be better than email. If you're watching this, I imagine you get pretty frustrated with people always asking you things like, have you got this email? What did they say again in that email? And to be honest, I'd be the same. And if people do nag you, I'd imagine you're probably the go-to person because you're an organized filer. But for anyone who isn't, I'll be sharing some tips today on how to better manage your emails. So first, let's start with different ways of managing emails. I speak to people on a daily basis, and everyone has their own way of doing it. Some companies implement processes such as public folders, where staff are required to drag and drop emails from their inbox and from their sent box in order for anyone else to see those emails. But of course, most of the time, people don't do it consistently. Some companies use project email addresses, pretty similar, but instead of the drag and drop, you're CCing in a project email every time you send an email. And again, for any incoming emails, if the person hasn't clicked reply all to you, you'll be needing to drag and drop that. Now, there's a couple of examples, a lot are very similar. And with all these ways of managing email, which people don't do often, you end up with having big dumps of emails just locked within people's inboxes. And I think a reason people don't file emails isn't because, they're a bad person. It's because it's so manual. You get so many emails through all the time, and it just simply takes too long. So how do we minimize the amount of emails, and why is verbal communication better? Well, I think it's quite well known that verbal communication is easier to have. Firstly, and probably the biggest thing, it saves a lot of time. It's more effective. Your emotions are well portrayed. Sometimes, and don't know if anyone's had it, you've got an email and you think, I hope he doesn't mean that, or I hope he's not saying it in that way. So that's a key thing. The feedback loop is a lot faster. You're constantly going back and forth on the phone, and the tone is easier to read. If we're emailing someone for a query, sometimes it can take kind of up to 10, 20 emails to kind of get an answer on something. Or for someone to understand something. And it can cause problems where people perceive or read things in a totally different way to the way you meant. So I think the one simple thing to take away from this, and what we can definitely do a lot more of, is pick up the phone. Save your inbox the hassle of having more unmanaged emails and get things done quicker and faster. There are, of course, other automated ways if you are emailing, which I'm sure you'll see through our YouTube channel. But for something quick and easy to start implementing today, make sure we pick up the phone. It's a lot quicker and easier to get decisions and things organized than going back and forth on email. Again, if you want to learn more about different tips and tricks for managing email, please subscribe to our YouTube channel for any updates. Thank you.